Hey guys. So let's see. Let's do a quick recap of what we've seen this week, right? We have seen that Gabby Petito's father apologized to the sister, thinking that she didn't lie, and then it turns out the dog, right, found out that she did lie. So there's that. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Let's stop saying because I've been watching this one channel on YouTube. I mean, it took for the better part of me not to like just completely become like literally uninterested in that person's channel. So much to talk about. Let's talk about me. Yeah, that new diagnosis is really hard to bear. And I've found it really difficult to, it's been a tough week, let's just say that. Because I was not aware that a new diagnosis would put me through a whole new pattern of a change of life. And so when you have a new diagnosis, you sort of, the old person that you used to be before that, like, is literally no longer. So then, you know, I'm just getting I've been trying to adjust to the new me for quite a while now, and to find out that I have to readjust again to the new me is a little nerve-wracking. But what I will say is that it is part of the grieving process, and so I'm in an actual phase of complex grief, which means that I don't expect the world to understand what I'm going through. If I lash out, I expect the world to know that, you know, I'm a human being and the things that I see in this world are going to affect me. And for me, because the human body is ever changing as women, for me, it is to my advantage to continue to grow and to see growth in my life. And so if there are some casualties that come along the way in terms of people that just kind of happen to show up on my channel inadvertently, then that just means that it is what it is. And you crossed my path, and at some point in time I had to, like, you know, say, hey, yeah. And so I'm getting a lot of feedback from this one particular video, and that just means that I need to be upfront with the people that are watching my channel, and this is what I have to say to those particular people. That was last week. This is this week. That was the week before last, or the week before last week. So at this point in time, we're moving forward. Okay, that is what happened. It is a lost chapter. It's already gone, dead, buried. But continue to bring it up, because at this point, you're just part of that whole equation. So this is what I did, and this is what the effects of what this particular happenstance did. So, moving right along. I had to literally go back on Pinterest because I was becoming overwhelmed by what I was seeing. And I believe that the ultimate witness was, you know, it's unfortunate that people lie, but they do. And I was really surprised to see Molly at the house, the people's house, right? Because who would have thought that that would be the case, you know? That here we have this YouTuber with 50,000 followers. Now let me give you an idea of what 50,000 followers are, okay? So if you've ever been to the Indio Polo Lounge in Inland Empire, which is where Pearl Jam played, right, at one point for, I don't remember that. Well, I do remember it was Lollapalooza, but they also played there on their own, like for themselves. So the amount of people that place held was around 10,000 in the pit only, right? So if you imagine, yeah, I mean, you times that by 5, that's a lot of people. So those are the kind of people that she's got following her. So it remains to be seen what will come of that. You know, maybe she did mention that her nephew lives in the area and worked with Gabby Petito, and he's special needs, and he knew Brian really well. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a special interest, but nevertheless, that's what we saw, right? We saw Molly Golightly, a YouTuber, on national television being actually talked about by like all the networks. So that was a little bit alarming, to say the least, because, you know, I mean, you never want to take advantages. Okay, so you don't want to take advantage of situations, probably because, you know, at the end you don't want anything to come back and bite you in the ass. You know, so let's hope that works out for her. If it doesn't, then, you know, what can you do? So Dog the Bounty Hunter entered the picture. He's looking, right? Still looking. I mean, to say that people have nothing to do is an understatement. I mean, we're just looking for the next, right? Yeah, I hope they find him. I hope they put an end to this particular situation. And that's all I can say about that. Yeah. It's rough. You know, family's rough. Family's a whole other can of worms. You got the sister line, that's rough. I don't know. People are very heated right now. They're like camping outside of this people's houses. It's crazy. So I don't know. Anyways, that's my rant. I don't really have anything other than, you know, that to say. Yeah, that new diagnosis is taking me a little bit to get used to, and I'm gonna have to write about it, so stay tuned.